Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie's Double Trouble. Often called the black sheep of the Donkey Kong Country herd, but it's a game that I still like a lot, despite its reputation and insanely stupid glitches. Fun fact, actually, this game took me the longest out of all the Donkey Kong Country games to finish 100% wise, because I was having a lot of trouble with this game, so at least it turned into good content. Fun fact number 2, this game I've actually only ever played about 3 or 4 times. I had never beaten it fully until this video, so it was a cool experience to have. Also, here are the ground rules in case y'all forgot them. No Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2. Those videos are linked in the pinned comment, go check them out. No returns, no tropical freeze, and no secret levels. They will eventually get their own videos. Anyway, let's get into this glitchy mess of a game. We're starting off the list strong with Low G Labyrinth. This level, to be honest, is at worst mildly annoying, maybe a little frustrating, mainly because of the gravity mechanic. The gravity mechanic is a really interesting gimmick, one of the more interesting ones that were introduced into the series, but it makes avoiding enemies unnecessarily harder than it should be, as one would predict, probably because of how damn slow you fall and how fucking slow you jump. Overall though, it's a decent enough level, and to be honest, this level isn't even that hard in the slightest. It's just the gimmick that kills you. You're not bad, it's just the gravity is messed up here and you're not used to falling this slow. Dodging the enemies is literally the worst part of this whole level. I do like the flying aspect of it though. It feels like Kitty and Dixie were in a non-gravitational tube or some schmuck. However, this is at the bottom of the list for a reason. It doesn't give me as many problems as the 9 other entries do, but it still does give me some. Like, maybe 2 or 3 lives lost, but nothing compared to the others. One thing is for sure, this level will certainly turn you around. Blazing Bazookas. It can officially claim the title of having turned me around more times than I can count for the dumbest reason. Not gonna lie, that's probably because I didn't know what I was doing half the time because I was so desperate to get the hell out of this level. And I remember this section especially turned me around and I have no clue as to why. I think it's because at one point you become Squitter, and then there are 2 options. You go to the middle ground or you go to the high ground. And with the middle ground, it is an optional section where you have to switch the barrels from normal barrels to TNT barrels. Get behind the, dude who, has the DK coin, and then shoot him and get the DK coin and continue on with your day. But I didn't know there was another way up. I thought that was the only way up, so then eventually, about 15 minutes later, I'm not even kidding, I went back to the barrel, and then I shot myself back all the way up, and I was like, oh wait, oh god. It was so funny, but at the same time, super embarrassing. So, yeah, Blazing Bazookas is number 9 because it was really just confusing for me. I swear, this level drives me to the brink of insanity. Now, I imagine you all being all like, Embur, why? It's only number 8. Well, why? Because all the aforementioned problems combined with the asshole move of making it a vehicle level. Now, these weren't so bad in the last 2 games. They were actually kind of fun. A little bit stressful, but fun. But for Frog Snacks, they butchered it more than the goddamn movie Ralph Breaks the Internet. The camera is goddamn awful. The toboggan controls like a sack of flour. And you can die from freaking anything in this level. Even jumping on an enemy as you're supposed to can end in you getting KO'd by the enemy instead of dying. Like it's fucking supposed to. It's overall super bugged, and the hit detection sucks in this level. The only thing that saves this level from being any higher is that the others were way more difficult, because this is just a taste of what's to come. This is just a taste of the hell that will come in later. No, seriously. This level, though, it does pack a punch. I remember very vividly, I went into this level with 55 lives. I came out with only 14. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Now, again, don't get me wrong. It's somewhat tolerable compared to the R7. That's why it's this low. I have one question to ask here, and only one. Did Rare's team learn a single fucking lesson from Toxic Tower? Apparently not. Instead, they decided to have a fucking bring your crappiest work ever to work day, and while they were at it, design this amount of shit. In this crap shoot of a level, you run up a tree while narrowly avoiding enemies such as buzzers, which are really freaking annoying, whilst you have to hop on the tree branches that are solid from below for some weird reason, meaning if you get caught under one, which is easy to do, mind you, you're screwed. And plus, the ripsaw is chasing after you like freaking Chucky the doll, and it will steal one of your lives. The thing is, this level bears an uncanny resemblance to Toxic Tower, as I mentioned before. It's basically the same thing, except no animal buddies, which makes Toxic Tower a lot easier in my opinion, new enemies, and with different graphics. Also, the level's name, Ripsaw Rage, fits the level so well that it's actually frightening and criminal. Because all you're gonna do in this level is rage and rip your damn hair out over this thing. And worst of all, it's actually a really decent concept, but its execution leaves a lot to be desired. This stage makes me want to break something over my head. No, I'm not fucking kidding. This is one of those levels. It's one of those levels that you start, and then you realize you're about to get kicked in the throat by a black belt martial artist. Horrible enemy placement, and a camera that makes me want to jump off this rope and get it over with, turns this into a bitch of a level to finish. But what makes me laugh my ass off, though, is how much of the screen you have to avoid. You're already on a very narrow rope in the middle of the screen, so that's about 76% of your screen already gone. You can't stay too close to the top of the rope because, you know, you stay there too long or who knows what the hell will come down and smack you in the face and off the rope. You can't stay too close to the bottom of the rope because you'll burn your foot if you do. And if you're wearing a dumb as hell onesie like Kitty Kong here, you're not gonna want to go near that stuff. You can't stay on one side of the rope because of the enemies, and occasionally you'll get to the leap to the sides to get to the bonus rooms. Or maybe a few bananas and coins here and there. Yeah, you have about, I'd maybe say about 10% of the screen to play on for this level. That's... oh my god! It messes with you because on one hand you want to get the hell out of this level ASAP, but on the other hand, you don't want to lose your lives doing it, so you have to do it the way that Rare intended, but it is a utter nightmare to finish. I'm not gonna lie here, when I finally got this level done, I was jumping for joy, and then I had to put the game down for a while. Okay, this level's concept is just absolutely mean. Underwater levels are usually really cool and chill, or really tough. This one is really tough, but yeah. This level is tougher than most in the game, all because it takes place in poison water that flips your D-pad controls, which means going left makes you go right, and going right makes you go left. Meaningless to say, it really messes with your head. This level's execution is amazing, and that's why it's number 5 on the list. Now, I am not trying to downplay anyone's struggles or anything, but I actually managed to beat this level on the first try. No joke, Granted, I did get hit a couple of times, but I never died. The level is very challenging, don't get it twisted. But I didn't have too many problems with it, despite the gimmick messing with my head here and there. Okay, that's a lie, it messed me up a lot. Also, quick trick! Flip your controller, then flip it back around at the end, then you're all good. That's how I got past this level, and a lot of luck and guidance, I guess. But yeah, overall, this level is brutally mean, all because of the mean trick Rare decided to play on us. I swear to gosh, this level is a pain in the fucking ass. Anytime you have to play as Squawks' distant cousin, it's a pain in the ass because you have to use barrels to attack. And with this stage that is littered with zingers and copters, these guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and a lot of twists and turns, it's a pain in the butt. Especially the damn layout and everything else with it. I was literally elated when I finally beat Buzzer Barrage. Overall, what makes this mad difficult is the fact you're playing as Squawks, who can't shoot lug nuts like Squawks, and instead you must get close and personal with the barrels. However, the copters are hella annoying, and never know when to take a hit. This level should have been named Copter Barrage because they're freaking everywhere and have a long-range attack with their wings. The worst part about this level is the fact that these fuckers come out of nowhere, especially right here. I know he's there, I've known he is there, however, he always gets me. Probably because I'm so desperate to get the hell out of this level, and after going through this, I'm more desperate. Overall, this level is hell unbearable and annoyingly difficult to get through. But somewhat, no, that's a lie. It's not tame compared to the last three. If anything, this is just a giant bump in the hill before we get into rage territory. Oh fuck. It's another shit toboggan level. This time, they somehow managed to make it worse. And I'm not kidding. Even later in the same dang game, no less. If I needed any proof that this game cheats, it is right here. You better be ready to hit that jump button at a moment's notice because that's all the time you have to see these ditches coming. The hit detection is on a manhunt for you. The camera is horrendous, and worst of all, you can die by hitting a cabin at the end. Yes, a glitch can kill you. I'm not even exaggerating, here's proof. And since you already lost your extra hit, sorry dude, you have to do this thing all over again. Only to be killed once again by an oversight by the developers, and not a real fucking reason. I despise this level, and I usually don't hate levels all that much. But for this one, oh my gosh, this one. There's absolutely nothing good about it. Well, except for psych! There's nothing good about this one. Nope, nada! Moving on! Who the fuck hired a baboon to make this level? Like, seriously, do I even need to talk about this level? It's a pain in the bum! Anyway, this level is compacted with coin dozers, as you see in the level title, and throughout the game, they're the guys who give you the DK coin if you hit them in the back. But oh my gosh, watch out! They'll ram you the fuck off the edge and it will not be pretty. I remember screaming so much on this level, then having to put the game down to settle down and not break my Switch while I was playing this game. Yup, this level sucks. But if this one made me put my Switch down, imagine what number 1 did. I will say this though, number 1 didn't make me put down my Switch, but I did have to take a break for a second. So, yeah, on to number 1. Because I don't want to talk about this level, it makes me so damn mad. I actually used to dream about lightning a lot, and it's actually one of my biggest fears on the planet. But this level turned it into a pure nightmare. When I read the title, Lightning Lookout, I was expecting to have a lightning storm behind you, not sporadically booming everywhere. Not gonna lie, this level is giving me more game over like to admit. And I swear on my goodness gosh, every time I see someone beat this level, the amount of mixed feelings I get is, well, it's ridiculous. At first, the lightning is very easy to dodge because of the flashes in the background telling you where it's gonna strike. But as you go on the level, it comes in faster and faster and faster, giving you maybe a 2-second leeway to dodge it. But boy oh boy, look out for those water sections, because if any part of the lightning strikes anywhere near you, it's gonna fry you. Your only hope for getting through this section is that make sure the lightning strikes beside you, or in front of you, or behind you, and then get through the water section as fast as possible. However, the only saving grace in this level is that the enemies can become shields, besides the red zingers. Just be sure to dodge the lightning, spend as minimal time as possible in the water, and then you should be all good. But oh my goodness, whoever had the idea to put a thunderstorm in here, I'm sorry, but you need to be taken out back and dealt with the gravity guy and the guy who created wind in the platformers. Woo! And there is my top 10 hardest levels for Donkey Kong Country 3. Not gonna lie, recording this video took way longer than I expected and made me way more mad than I expected. So yeah, I hope y'all are doing fantastic. Again, sorry if I sound like I have a cold. I am actually still recovering from one from when I recorded the Donkey Kong Country 2 video, because this video was recorded the day after. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. A huge shout to my thumbnail artist, Neo. Like, look at that thumbnail art. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!